Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Slade, the Buffyverse Revisited. I'm one of your hosts. I'm Jeremy.
I'm your other host, James.
And James, this week we are going to be mistaking our way into Season 7, Episode 12, Potential.
Yes, we will be doing exactly that. Jeremy?
Yeah.
How you doing?
You know, I'm fine because we saw each other this whole time.
We did.
Yeah.
You just went into the other room.
Yeah, we just went in there and, well, we did some blow. So we're fine. We're feeling great.
So good!
We're feeling great! Yeah, no, we've just been hanging out for the last hour or so. So I'm doing great, James. How are you?
I am so high.
I am so high.
I'm so high. No. I'm good. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, continuing last week's trend, since this is still the same day, we are we're recording another episode in person.
Technicolor. Oh.
And in Technicolor. And Dolby. No, Dolby. THX. You hear that?
Yes.
The THX thing? Yeah.
Yes.
And you're like, okay, I can't hear anymore.
Yeah, I'm deaf now.
I'm now deaf. I will not hear the rest of your movie.
Right, so your state-of-the-art sound is lost on me.
Whenever they would do that in a movie, first of all, I knew the sound quality was going to be top-notch because THX is dope. But whenever they would do that, I would get up and leave. I was like, I won't stand for being assaulted for something I paid for.
I did not pay for this abuse.
I did not pay, okay, to be assaulted. And I would leave and usually write a sternly worded letter to whoever the producer of the movie was.
How did that work out for you?
Not well.
Not well.
No. I was threatened a few times with police and also told to stop looking in a particular person's window.
George Lucas?
Yes. The inventor of THX.
Inventor of
Yes.
THX, yes.
But listen, what are you going to do? Sometimes you got to just shoot your shot.
Sometimes that's all you can do.
Yeah.
How else were you going to get invited to Skywalker Ranch?
Exactly. It's not like he was just going to drop me an email and be like, "Hey, want to hit SR?"
Right.
You know. So I was like, "Fuck, I need to shoot my shot then." And maybe if I use the what do you want to say here? The sad story of my assault by his invention, maybe that'll get me in.
And all it got you was a restraining order.
Restraining order, yeah.
What a dick.
And frankly, George, I was glad when you sold the company to Disney because fuck you. Fuck you, okay?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Okay. We're glad Kathleen Kennedy is ruining your franchise.
We're also glad that bitch is finally retiring. Because, damn, how do you take an IP like Star Wars and I'm not saying that they're all going to be winners. Let's just be honest. But when 80% of what you have done is fucking hot, wet diarrhea, you know, it's probably time to just call it a career and maybe hand the reins to someone that's not, what's the word I'm looking for? Stupid. You know. Just saying.
All right.
And that's been LucasArts Talk with James and Jeremy. Ding!
Your opinions about new Star Wars are way harsher than my opinions about new Star Wars.
Well, you ought to hear my opinions about new Star Trek. Oh, son. I tried to get into this new show. Starfleet Academy. I think it's called Starfleet Academy.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, if it was any worse... Okay, I'm gonna put it to you like this. I believe Kathleen Kennedy could improve it.
Wow.
I do.
Wow.
Yeah, it's that bad. I know you're not a Trek person.
Right.
I know this. But I just let me just throw something at you. Years ago, and on more than one occasion, Gene Roddenberry, the creator of the Trekness, said Starfleet and the United Federation of Planets can never and will never crumble. Because if the Federation and Starfleet were to collapse, the entire universe would just implode. Mm-hmm. It just wouldn't work. So in New Trek, what have they done? They've basically they destroyed Starfleet and the Federation, and they're in the rebuilding phase. Nobody can really do warp travel anymore because some alien child literally threw a tantrum and screamed, which destroyed all the dilithium in the universe. It's just so fucking stupid.
Wow.
And I'll just leave it at that. But let's just say it makes what Kathleen Kennedy did to Star Wars look very tame. It's just so fucking stupid. But when you're young and you don't have any taste, I can see where you might like it. Because that's clearly the demographic they're going for. They're like, listen, this will hit with people that have room temperature IQs. And from what I understand, it has.
It has?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, then. Well, good for New Trek, then.
This has been Trek Talk with James and Jeremy. Ding! So now that we're 7 minutes in, what do you say that we deep fry some dates and deets?
Deep fry some dates and deets. As previously stated, we will be mistaking our way into the 12th episode of the 7th season, the 134th episode of the series overall, Potential. Our regular cast, as always, includes Sarah Michelle Gellar as Buffy, Nicholas Brendan as Xander, Emma Caulfield as Anya, Michelle Trachtenberg as Dawn, James Marsters as Spike, and Allison Hannigan as Willow. Our guest stars this week include Tom Lank as Andrew, Illyria Limon as Kennedy, Clara Bryant as Molly, Indigo as Rona, James C. Levy as Clem. Clem is back, everybody.
Dude,
Woo!
we love us some fucking Clem up in this bitch.
Clem
Yes.
up in this bitch. We love that
Listen,
floppy-eared, wrinkly son of a bitch.
I'm going to make a statement. Mm-hmm. Clem should have had his own show. I said what I said.
We said what we said. At the very least, Clem should have been spun off onto Angel.
At the very least.
At the very
but
least.
quite frankly, he could carry a show.
He could carry a show, yeah. Sarah Hagen as Amanda, and Felicia Day as Vi. Our Nielsen rating for this week's episode.
For this week's episode.
Our Nielsen rating for this week's episode, 2.3.
Oh, well, last week was a bit of a stinker.
It was. Ranking it 96 out of the 131 primetime shows airing across network television that week, and number 4 out of the 11 primetime shows airing on the UPN that week. My episode synopsis this week reads, Buffy takes the potentials to a demon bar and then to Spike's crypt in order to teach them the art of slaying. When Willow casts a spell to seek out the next potential, the spell leads them to believe that Dawn may be a future slayer.
Please read mine now, James.
Buffy takes the potentials to a demon bar and then to a vampire nest in order to teach them the art of slaying. When Willow casts a spell to seek out the next potential, the spell leads them to believe that Dawn may be a future slayer. It's almost identical.
The only difference is instead of Spike's lair, it's vampire nest.
Yes. And the specification that Willow casts the spell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, they're almost identical.
Yeah.
We open with Rona and Vi.
I wasn't even going to say it because I was just going with it. I was like, yes, Rana.
Yeah, Rona.
That's Rana. Yeah.
Rona and Vi walking in one of Sunnydale's numerous cemeteries until they are attacked by Spike.
Spick has gone bad. He's a bad guy again.
Who knocks Rona...
about the face, neck, chest, breast, and head.
Yes. Who knocks Rona to the ground and grabs Vi and leans in for the kill, just as Buffy and the other potential slayers stop him. Because, in fact, they're watching and learning.
What?
Yes.
What?
They're watching and learning from this little exercise.
What are they learning, James?
To trust their instincts in a fight.
Okay.
And Buffy lectures them about how to deal with a vampire attack. She proceeds to have Buffy attack her. And of course, she easily gets the upper hand and pins Spike to the ground, at which point Rona and Vi and the other potentials notice a little intimacy and spark between them.
A little bit of hip grinding, quite frankly.
Yeah. And that's our cold open. Wolf Howl. Roll credits.
Intimacy has been noticed. So back in the Sumer's basement, because that seems to be the new... Oh, by the way, James, real quick.
Yes.
I did look up some little tidbits from last week's episode. We will, in fact, only see Xander's apartment one more time. Because everyone now lives officially... Well, I'm like, can you at least give him his own room? Like he has to sleep on the fucking couch.
In last week's episode, I forgot to mention it, but he refers to it as
our house. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like, oh boy, they were really cutting the budget, my friend.
Yes.
Well, it's because everything they had to do in the last episode.
Well, yeah.
Which is fucking dumb.
Right.
Yeah, so they're back in the basement, and the potentials are arguing about petty shit, and then Buffy gets their attention, gets them to focus again, because she's like, listen, death ain't no bitch, so you all need to focus and be super serial, or I'm gonna start kicking some ass.
Right.
They start talking about how the first evil must be taking a break from them, and but they do believe it'll come back stronger and better, and I'm like, why do we think that? When is it ever taking a break?
Right.
So, Dawn is watching silently from the stairs while Buffy's trying to give a pep talk, which goes over not so well because she's also punching at the same time.
Yes.
Different people in rib cages.
Right. It's hard to inspire people when you're also beating them,
battering them. Yes. I agree. And here we go. At work, finally, Buffy's made it back into work. I mean, dude, this bitch works like 4 days a month.
Yes.
Tops.
And she only works for like 3 hours.
Because if anybody calls or anything is going on, she just straight fucking bounces.
Yep.
It's like, wow, nice job. So Buffy's there at work talking with Xander on the phone until a certain student, Amanda, comes in for counseling.
And we have met Amanda before.
We have indeed met Amanda.
She came to Buffy for counseling in the past.
She is a very strange-looking human being. Just going to say that. She's just got an oddness about her.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Mongoloidism?
She's got very alien features. I feel like she may be a hybrid.
Okay. All right. So Amanda's asking Buffy about liking a boy because this boy, how do I even explain this? Okay, so the boy, quote unquote, picks on her.
Right.
And she's like, so isn't it weird that I should like him or whatever? And Buffy's like, well, no, because this is the 90s and you're supposed to like men that hurt you. And Amanda's like, okay.
First Amanda's like, well, actually, it's 2003.
Oh, that's right. Might as well. 2003 might as well be still the 90s. She's like, "Are you okay? Because it's actually 2003." And she's like, "Yeah, but the show started in like 98, so I'm not really following." No, so, but it is kind of a lame conversation. She's just like, "Oh, it's normal to like, like kids on a playground, and they pull the girl's hair and blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Is that normal? Is that normal?" But she's talking about her own situation, basically with Spike, and rambles on about how she's not going to let that problem happen again, and all this stuff. And this girl's just like,
right. What the fuck?
First of all, you said it was the 90s. Like, are you okay? Is everything okay at home? Listen, let's switch places.
You come sit here. I'll go.
You need to get some things off your chest. So that's basically that. Buffy gets home later on, and all the potentials are bickering. And the news from Willow is that another potential has been found and is already in Sunnydale. So they're like, "Well, who is it?" And Willow's like, "I'm not telling." And
I'll never tell.
And they're like, "Fuck!" So now we just have to walk around in Sunnydale and just go up to random females and be like, "Are you her?"
Hey. Are you a potential slayer?
Look at me. I'm the potential now. So they're like looking at weapons and stuff and getting ready and talking about, well, we're going to have to go out and blah blah blah. And Dawn's trying to fit into the conversation. It's like, it's so cringy, dude. Because I'm like, oh, Dawn, go have a life. You're like, what is she? 16? Like, you're 16,
Dawn is trying to shoehorn her way into this conversation the same way the writers keep trying to shoehorn her into the show.
Right, exactly. Like, she should have went with season 4.
She should have.
Like, let's be honest.
Or season 5.
Oh, yeah, my bad. 5.
Like we talked about, Glory's done. Dawn... The key is no longer a thing. Dawn disappears.
She evaporates.
Right. And everybody's memories of Dawn are gone.
And so nobody has to be,
exactly.
Oh, we lost Dawnie. They don't remember it.
Right.
And Buffy's still dead.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's not having a lot of luck shoehorning her way into this conversation because she's an awkward, cringy fucking Dawn.
Yes.
Spike finally arrives and then leaves with Buffy and the other girls for some more training. He's just running a train on them all, right? That's what's happening. No?
You watched a different version.
Oh, Euro Minutes?
Yeah, you saw the Euro Minutes.
Andrew pouts because he's not invited to go along. And Dawn feels left out, too. Because Dawn's always fucking emoing.
Yes.
Like, always.
And they didn't even have the decency to, like, actually make her emo. Like,
black. Yeah, she's still all, like, preppy.
Right.
And yeah. Pardon me while I drink. So Willow is now preparing the ingredients for a spell to locate this potential slayer. Because what it'll do is it'll find the potential slayer, and it'll, like, put like a glowing aura around them.
Right.
And so she does it at the fireplace, and it doesn't work the first time. It just creates a big fart smell.
Yeah.
It smells like a big hot fart.
Big, wet, juicy, hot fart.
Hot fart.
Right. Like the one you just hotboxed in.
Right, and closed the window immediately. As quick as I could. So Dawn's like trying to open the door to like air out the fucking the fart smell, but then the shit like shoots out of the fireplace, so it like has worked, but it fucking hits Dawn and lights her up.
Yes.
And everybody's like, "What?" And then Dawn's like, me?
I'm not even kidding you. This happened, and Darlene looked at me, and she's like, if Dawn's a potential Slayer, I'm out of the show.
I'm out of this fucking show.
I will stop watching the show.
Yeah, because that would be some bullshit. Where are we at? So she kind of freaks out a little bit at the news that she's the potential. And she's worried that becoming a Slayer would mean, for her to become a Slayer, Buffy would have to die. And I'm like, no, that's not no.
Right.
Because last time she died, there was no new Slayer.
Yes, and you and I talked about this.
Faith was the one that would have to die.
Yes, this whole thing is so irritating
and convolutedly messed up.
Yes, because all of these potential Slayers keep saying, well, if Buffy dies, one of us could be the Slayer. And like, no, that Faith has to die.
Right. Like Buffy has already died 11 times.
Right.
You will not get to be, you can't put your eggs in her basket.
Right.
Somebody needs to march their ass to the crazy asylum, kill fucking Faith, and then one of you gets to become the... Yes. So yeah, I don't know. It drives me crazy. So Dawn doesn't want to tell Buffy what's going on, so she goes upstairs to think about it. And the rest of the gang kind of like debate the pros and cons of telling Buffy. And I'm like, well, she needs to know. Like, you can't not tell. Like, what? When she comes back and she's like, hey, didn't find him, need to find her. What are you going to be like? Oh, I'll do the spell again. You go back out and canvass the town. Like, what's your plan? You got to tell her. So Dawn overhears the whole conversation, and she's kind of feeling the weight of their concerns and stuff, and yada yada. So she does what Dawn always does and makes shit worse.
Yes.
She sneaks out the window.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm so overwhelmed by this. I'm just gonna get out this window, and I gotta go get some air. It's annoying. Buffy and Spike take the girls to a demon bar. Why? Just to get drunk.
Yeah, just to get
that was all.
Shit-faced.
They were Buffy's just like, listen, every single one of you is underage. I'm gonna get you fucked up. And Spike's like, yeah, she is.
She's like, listen, we're all probably going to die.
Right.
So let's just
be damned with the rules.
Get drunk.
Right. So no, it's basically she took him to the demon bar that they always go to teach him about getting information from some of the demonic patrons. And who do they run into, James?
Motherfucking Clem.
Up in this bitch. Okay? Up in this bitch. And he's all happy, and they have a nice, happy exchange. God, he should so be part of the Scoobs, dude. God, what a missed opportunity. So Buffy asks him to scare the potentials because they're kind of a little overconfident. So his face...
This whole thing with Buffy defeating the Uber Vamp at the end of the last episode has instilled in them this
overconfidence,
inflated sense of confidence now.
Yeah.
We've gone from one extreme to the next.
Mm-hmm. So his face actually like blows up into like a mass of like snake limbs and shit like that, and the girls like lose their shit, and Spike laughs. And I farted. It all happened within like a millisecond.
Wow.
They were like, ah, and he's like, ha ha, and I was like,
damn.
Sorry. So then while walking alone outside, where
emoing it up.
Emoing it and cutting. Yeah. She's like, oh my god, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so overwhelmed. Dawn runs into Amanda, who has a scratch on her head and claims to have been attacked by a vampire.
A vampire.
And she explains that she managed to get away, and she locked the vampire in one of the classrooms there at the school.
Yes.
And she'd heard the rumors about Buffy, so she was going to ask her for help. But Dawn now, suddenly realizing, I'm a potential. She's like, no, we'll handle it. We'll go and we'll... I'm like, okay. Let's say you are a potential. That's like saying you're potentially cool.
Right.
Meaning you're not cool.
Right.
You have the potential to one day be cool.
Right.
So what makes you think, after everything that you failed at in your life, that you are going to go slay this vampire?
Correct.
So they go off to do such. They break into the school. They reach the classroom. The door is unlocked, and they don't see anything. Why? Because the vampire is hiding above the door, doing like the weird like 80s kung fu thing where they like straddle across two walls.
Yes.
And then he's like, ah! And he goes to fall on him, and they just step over, and he lands flat on his face, and they just put a stake there. They just hold the stake out, and he just falls on it. They're like,
boom. Slayer.
Boom. No, so he jumps down and attacks him, and of course they go screaming and run. I'm like, so that was their plan? Go in there, face the vampire, scream, turn and run away, and he chases them. That was their plan.
Yes.
Because that's what happens. He chases them out into the halls, and they get to some doors, but they're locked, which are I'm pretty sure those kind of doors are always, you push the bar thing. I'm pretty sure those always work from the inside.
Right.
Like always. But these don't, so they are now trapped. So Dawn grabs a fire extinguisher, and when she can't get it to work, she just beats the vampire with it. And tries to put it into his butt. And I was like, that's not called for.
What are you doing, Dawn?
Yeah.
This has become unreasonable.
Yeah, you have crossed the line, Dawn.
You have gone too far, Dawn.
Even the vampire's like, whoa.
Whoa.
Listen, I was just going to eat you.
Right. He was like, I'm evil, and I wouldn't do something.
Yeah, this is some real Epstein shit. And then Dawn's like, who's that? And he's like, oh, you'll find out.
Jesus.
So they bolt after she clonks the vampire with the fire extinguisher. Then we cut back to Buffy and Spike, who are showing the girls a crypt. And is it Spike's crypt? His old crypt, or is it a different one?
It's a different one.
Okay.
But it did make me wonder, like, when Spike was,
looking for a place to stay.
Why didn't he just, go here? Like, what?
Why didn't... Okay, we said this before. He could go to any of the 44 cemeteries in Sunnydale,
yes.
And there are crypts everywhere
that
he could go live in, because... Yeah, there's just a million of them.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden he's like, I have nowhere to go. I've got nowhere to go, Buffy. Would you let me stay at your house and maybe nick your knickers from time to time?
And she was like, fuck no, you're going to live with Xander. You can nick his knickers.
Right. And he's like, I've never really swung that way, but fuck it.
Spike is definitely swung that way.
Oh!
Spike has definitely swung that way.
Fine. So
Spike and Angel 100%. Oh yeah.
You think who was catching?
I don't know. But
Angel.
Back when it was the four of them,
Angel was catching.
Either way,
because he's a power bottom.
But back when the four of them were all together, there's no way.
Well, especially in the Victorian era.
Yeah, there's no way that
were they buggering?
Happened. They were buggering.
They were buggering. Listen, he's not a bad fellow. He might be a sword swallower, but he's not a bad fellow. Where am I at? Oh yeah, so they're in the crypt and they're supposedly teaching them about, like, this is the place where vampires like to live. And I'm like, you could have just told them that. Like, hey, if you're ever looking for a vamp, go into a graveyard and check the crypts out.
They might be there.
Boom. Done. Lesson done.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah. So, but no, they're there. And
also, look for abandoned mansions on the outskirts of town.
Anything that might be dark.
There. Yes.
But while they're in the crypt here, they find a dead body, which is crazy to find inside of a crypt.
A dead body in
like
a
this
crypt?
is bonkers.
What?
I've never even heard of such a thing.
I was like, what the fuck show am I even watching
right
now?
Is this rated XXX?
What?
Like, gee, my mom is going to wash my eyes out for having seen this.
I'm not going to be able to watch TV for a week.
Buffy shows him it's not a dead body. It's a vampire.
It's vampire.
Then back at the school, more fun and games with Dawn and Amanda running and hide. They're hiding in the classroom now, and they push this set of like these drawers against the door that look like they weigh maybe like 40 pounds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, a non-superhuman person can just like put a shoulder into the door and knock these like 40-pound drawers over. But anyway, they're barricading themselves, you see.
Yes.
Because that's they're like, hey, let's trap ourselves inside of this classroom so that when he finally gets inside, we will have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Listen. I ain't been with the Slayer for nothing. I have learned a few things, okay?
The best thing you can do is trap yourself inside a tiny enclosed space.
And wait. Right. But that's their plan. So Dawn's trying to come up with an escape plan, and I'm like, hey, guess what? You just killed it. That was your escape plan. Like, at no time while you guys were running should you have said, hey, let's run into that classroom. Because guess what? There's only one way in and one way out, and you just barricaded it. Dumb. Oh, yeah, no, then we cut back to Buffy back at the crypt, and she's basically just manhandling this vampire. Like, while she's lecturing the girls about, successfully fighting them and keeping a straight, a level head while you're in battle and all that, she's just... It's almost sad. She's just manhandling this vamp.
Yeah.
And I laughed.
Well, yeah.
I laughed heartily.
You're like, you're this uber powerful vampire, and you're just getting your ass handed to you
by a girl who weighs like 109 pounds.
She's like $109.
And you, my friend, better hope she kills you, because if she doesn't, you're never going to be able to show your face in this town again.
That's right.
Just saying, because Spike's recording.
Spike is recording
with a shoulder-mounted camcorder, with the full-size VHS tape.
Yep. The ones that, like, it's old school. It's one of the ones where you still had to have like half of the VCR attached to it,
like a giant battery pack. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. It weighed like 84 pounds. Yep. You had to have a key grip. And the best boy and everything walking behind you.
No one that's never watched the credits of anything is like, the fuck is a best boy?
You don't know what the best boy is?
No, I know what the best boy is.
He helps the key grip.
Yeah, I know, because I watch the credits of things. I'm saying people that haven't watched the credits of anything, like, the fuck are they talking about?
Everybody needs a best boy. I'm just saying.
You're my best boy.
So where? Oh yeah, okay. So she's manhandling, blah blah blah. So meanwhile, Dawn has finally put Buffy's lessons to use, and starts to act a little bit resourcefully, until the vampire pins her to the ground and goes in for the kill.
Because as anticipated,
she utterly fails.
It has busted through. It has pushed the.
It was like aside. The vampire even seemed to feel a little bad, because he like opened the door and he had a little bit of resistance, and he was like, and then he looked in and they were like huddled up, scared, and he was like, really?
Right.
So he was like, listen, I'm going to close the door. I want you guys to get some more things this time and put those on the door, because this isn't even going to be fun at this point, girls.
Right. So
like,
they did. They did, and then he opened the door again, and little more resistance, but still without a lot of force.
Because they used paper.
Right. And without
stacks of paper.
But still without a lot of force. He was like, "Arr!" And like he popped his head back in and saw that they were like, and then he was like, so then he closed the door, and then he was like, "Oh, oh no! It is going to be so hard.
I can barely squeeze in.
It's going to be so hard to get through this door. Oh, whew! Well, I made it in."
The second time when he gave him the second opportunity, because they're both very dumb, they collectively came up with the idea. Stacks of paper.
Stacks of paper.
So they grabbed like four reams of paper, right. And they're like, and they stepped back and looked. They were like, "That'll fucking do it.
That'll do it."
Oh boy! So even the vampire's like, "Fuck. All right, fuck. You know what? Fuck it. I'm hungry, so I'm just gonna eat." But listen, guys, if you ever get another chance in another life, put a little bit of effort into it.
Just a little more effort.
I mean, make the chase worth the ultimate prize.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
The bringers suddenly break in through the windows to save the day. Well, they're not actually there to save the day, but it kind of
works out
that way.
Which this also begs the question, why the fuck didn't Dawn and Amanda go out one of the windows?
There was plenty of chairs in there. They could have grabbed one, threw it, but that's what I'm saying, like in this show, I can't. How many times, James, has someone been trapped in a classroom,
right,
and not just grabbed one of the fucking desks or chairs, thrown it through a window, and jumped out? No, they'll barricade the door and then stand there and stare at the door and scream while the person knocks it down. Right.
But also, why would they even have to break the window? Are we to believe that this
brand new school doesn't have like easily opening, like with the crank thing, that just, and then they just be like,
yeah,
let's roll.
I'll boost you out.
And then Amanda's like, you know what? Oh my God, my car is parked right there.
The car is right there.
And she's like, and I've even got hang on. And they remote start it, and she's like, we can totally make this.
Right.
And they literally just walked to the car after that. Yeah. They could. So yeah, the bringers come in, blah blah blah. All hell breaks loose. They grab Amanda. What? Why do they grab Amanda, James? We'll find out. Because after beating up the vampire a bit, because we're back with Buffy now, she drops the steak on the floor, and she, along with Spike, leave the girls trapped with the vampire.
This is such a terrible idea.
Yes.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and they're all just like, did they just leave? Did they just just leave?
What the fuck?
And the vampire's like, yeah.
And
he's like, oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, I'm a vamp. You guys are fucked.
He's like, listen, you guys are fucked, but first I have to tell you,
that is not cool.
What they just did, that was really fucked.
Yeah.
Maybe more fucked than what is about to happen to you.
Than what I'm about to do to you.
Right.
But listen, if any of you make it out of here alive, you should not be friends with them
Don't
anymore.
be friends with them, and make sure you let them know how fucked up it was that they just did this.
Maybe file a report with the police.
Right,
I'm just saying. Okay?
And also, girls, listen, I want you to know that what is about to happen to you guys in this crypt is not your fault. It's not your fault. It's their fault.
Right. It's their fault, and also because my father beat me, and I'm a bad person, and I'm now going to take that out on you. And yeah, so they're in there trapped. We cut back to the house, the Sumer's house, and Willow, Xander, and Anya have discovered that Dawn has bolted. And Willow rushes to do a spell to find her, but it's too late. Because the spell comes back and says, it just literally, the spell just, it goes poof, and it goes, no.
No, right.
No, we don't want her back.
Error 404.
404. Dawn not found. There are so many people who aren't even going to get that reference.
Yes.
Oh boy. Because I'm not even sure that's something you see anymore. Like if you're on your phone on the internet. Like I don't even think you see 404s anymore.
Probably not.
Yeah. Okay. So Dawn decides to use the room's chemistry supplies to set the bringers on fire. And probably, let's be honest, if this were real, the whole goddamn school.
Yes.
She just burnt down the entire multi-million-dollar school that just opened this year.
Oh, just like her sister did.
Just like her sister did. Yep.
Twice.
Twice, in fact. Because she realizes then that Amanda is the actual potential. And so she hands Amanda the weapon. I'm like, why? Just because she's the potential doesn't mean... Right now, you guys are both just dumb bitches. Like, she's not better than you because she's a potential slayer, you know?
There seems to be this underlying belief amongst the entire cast of characters,
including Buffy.
Yes, that because these girls are potential slayers, they must have some innate
fighting abilities and kung fu skills.
And it's like, Buffy, literally, like 8 years ago, you
would cry over a broken fingernail.
Yes,
yeah. And now you have seemed to have forgotten all of that.
Yes.
And even when you first became a vampire, she's told this story. She was terrible at... She would miss the heart. Right. She was terrible at slaying.
Yes.
Anyway. So... So she has a hard time grasping that these things are real. Amanda does. But so Dawn has to kind of explain quickly. Xander arrives at the school with Buffy and Spike as the Bringers attack full force.
Full force.
With no pants. No. Actually, they didn't. They had those little...
They've got the robes.
Those robe things. Right.
So they may not be wearing pants.
Oh, they're... Dude, you know that at least half of them are freeballing. Because it's like, you know, Scottish dudes in their kilts. Sure, you know, come on.
Sure. Yeah, okay.
Because they're freeballing. Shit. Yeah, so Amanda's keeping them at bay... and actually stakes the vampire. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, again, not because she's a potential. I'm sorry.
Dumb luck.
Yep, dumb luck.
But they do it, the way it's shot, also gives the implication that, like, she's suddenly taken over
she's just
by, like this... right, by, like, this instinct of... And it's like, no.
It's like, first of all... Buffy didn't even get the heart the first time.
Right.
But this chick is just like, she's just like spinning around like nunchucks and shit. And she's like, Skunta! And I'm like, whatever. Buffy and Spike finish off the rest of the Bringers. Murdered those motherfuckers. Because Spike is running around just like,
just snapping
necks, dude. And I'm like,
He's finally listened to what we've been saying for a couple seasons now. And
you can still kill. It's just going to hurt for a second.
Right. But not only that, but like just we've been saying for a few seasons now, start with the next snap.
Right. Don't wait. Lead up to... If that's a thing you can do, you should always do that first.
Right.
And then, okay, if it fails for whatever reason, then... go to kung fu and shit.
Right.
Start always with snapping necks.
Always start with the next snap.
Right. So Amanda starts rambling to Buffy about all the strangeness and shit, and Dawn reveals that Amanda was standing outside the front door when she got hit by that aura, and that's why it made it look like Dawn was the one, and it was actually Amanda. And then they're like, Da 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 da. Aww. So Amanda and the other potentials begin talking and kind of bonding about their successes with fighting the forces of darkness. While Dawn secretly watches from another room and acts like a bitch. You want to take this from here?
Sure.
Yeah, you take us from here.
So yeah, Amanda and the other potentials are talking and bonding, and Dawn is watching from.
There is something I wanted to ask you, but go ahead because I'll hit you with it when. Go ahead.
And Dawn's watching from the other room, and Buffy checks on Dawn, and of course, because Buffy is not only a terrible friend, a terrible sister, also a terrible sister,
and also a terrible guardian,
she doesn't pick up that.
She's not picking up what Dawn's putting down.
Right, that Dawn is having an issue.
Yeah.
So Buffy takes the other girls all down to the basement and slaughters them mercilessly.
Cuts each one of their throats one at a time.
Right.
They can't do anything.
Right. And she's like, no, it's part of the training.
She's like, shh, it's training. And the one's like, and she's like, but it looks like she's done. She's like, it's training.
It's training.
Spike's over against the wall, just like with his pants off.
Oh my god.
Never mind. The mental image I just got right now even offended me. So never mind.
So as the other girls are going down to the basement to train with Buffy, Dawn and Amanda kind of trade a little smile at one another, clearly indicating that they're going to hook up.
Right.
Xander, of all people, picks up on Dawn's disappointment at not being a potential slayer.
Right. And he's like, listen, Dawnie, did you really ever think you were that important?
He's like, you're pretty useless.
You know that, like me, you're one of the useless Scoobies.
Right. And then he's like, do you really think those monks that created you? Because remember, you're not even real.
Remember, you're not real.
Do you really think they would have, like, made you a potential slayer?
Made you worth a damn?
No.
Because Dawnie, remember, even compared to me, like when I'm compared to you, I'm extraordinary.
I look good.
I do some shit that's unbelievable.
Right. Yeah. No, he's he tells her how hard it is and has been for him to be the normal member of the Scooby Gang, and basically tells her that he relates to her place in the gang and how she's feeling. He's like, I've been fighting alongside, a powerful witch and a slayer for years, and with no powers of my own. And
another question: has he been fighting alongside a powerful witch for years?
Two. So that's
okay.
Years.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, because she's only been powerful for like a couple of years.
Yeah.
Because all before that, she was basically like a
floating pencils and
like a birthday party magician.
Yeah.
She made like balloon animals and shit.
Yeah. And then all the little kids are like, "Where'd the pencil go?"
And it's like stuck in her shirt behind her neck.
Right. Yeah. Really, she just threw it.
Watch it.
And then he tells her that he saw her giving power to Amanda in encouragement, giving her weapon and saying, no, you're the you're
the potential.
You're the potential. And he gives her a little kiss on the forehead and tells her that
he's like, you're not special.
He does. He tells her, he says, Dawn, you're not special. You're extraordinary.
And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
One goob telling another.
And then he turns to leave, and she stops him, and she tells him that maybe you do have a superpower. Maybe it's your ability to notice things. And he leaves, and Dawn goes back to doing her homework.
And I kill myself.
And then
in real life,
I slit my wrist.
But thankfully, we have credits. And that motherfucker's over.
It is over. Jeremy.
Yeah.
Would you like to play everyone's favorite game?
There is no way that anyone could know this. 47.
5.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Our music this week, Silver Bullet with I Love You. And
I love you too.
And our original score by series composer Little Bobby Dunks.
I missed our old one because he had a much better name.
Yeah. Jeremy.
Yes, sir.
Would you please tell me and our lovely audience, on our sliding scale of 1 to 5, how many Dawn's a fucking potential slayer do you give this episode?
Well, I need to start... Hang on. Well, okay.
Sure.
How do I do this? Okay. Let me start with my question first.
Well, how you do it is you open your mouth and you give me the answer to the question.
Okay, first let me start with my question, because I forgot to bring that up when you finished the episode.
Okay.
Why, and also how, is Amanda now living with them?
When she clearly has her own home.
In her own family? Yeah. Did she just was like, oh, I'm a potential? Okay, well, I'm an orphan. And what about all the other kids? They were just like, okay, I'll give up everything I've ever known and come and live with this strange person in California.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to get that out there.
Well, and not only them agreeing to do it, but like how did their watchers approach their parents and be like, excuse me,
I'm a watcher
and I need to take your underage daughter away.
She may someday become a super hero.
Right.
May.
Right.
Now, can I take your underage daughter across state lines?
Yes.
And they're like, you know what? You've convinced us.
Yes, please.
You've convinced us.
Yeah.
Okay, now back to my rating. Is there a number lower than 0? No, it's not. Again, it's not the pack. But I'm going to go with 2. Okay. I almost went a 1.5, but I'm like, I got to reserve them single digit, for the real stinkers. Like this one, it was just boring, and it was a wedged, like, we got to get this fucking Dawn episode in this motherfucker. Like, we're gonna, and I'm like, all these Dawn. There has never been a Dawn-centric episode that didn't feel forced and wedged in. Yeah. And this is definitely one of them. So, and also, after having finished watching, I hated myself. I'm be honest. I was like, why did
I do this?
Why do I keep doing this to myself?
Right.
No, it was just, there was probably less stupidity and inconsistencies than there was last week, but it's still just a episode. Yeah. So I'm just going to leave it there. James.
Yes, sir.
Tell me and our lovely audience, on our sliding scale of 1 to 5, how do you rate this episode? And tell me why it's terrible.
I also give it a 2.
Okay.
And again, it's exactly the reason you stated. Like, I really wanted to go less than 2, but I was like,
I gotta save those for the true fucking,
just that
hot diarrhea.
Yes,
where your butthole is hot afterwards.
Right.
Yeah,
not even the drizzling shits. Just the waterfall,
and it's so hot.
Yes,
yes, and you're like, I haven't even eaten anything spicy.
Right. Why does it burn?
Right. And then you're like, oh, it's this fucking episode.
Right.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it's boring. It's It, like you said, every Dawn-centric episode feels shoehorned in.
Yep. It's almost like her agent, or whoever her agent was when she got this role, was like, okay, but she gets, I don't know, 3 episodes per season that's about her character.
Right.
You know, and they're like, oh, we got to do the Dawn episode this week to get that done with for this. And it's
they're like,
Jesus,
she was Harriet the Spy. I guess we'll do it.
Harriet the Spy. Fucking, I hope she dies someday. Like, I don't know, like liver failure or something.
In maybe like 25 years.
Yeah,
something.
like when she's like in her late 30s or something. Like, I just really hope she dies.
That's so terrible.
Well, listen, I'm already going to hell, so what's it matter?
Yeah, it's just it's not a terrible episode.
No,
It's just boring.
it just doesn't need to
and
exist.
unnecessary.
Yeah.
And
And all these lessons that the girls are being taught throughout the episode are all so stupid.
Right,
It's almost dumber than one of those like low budget karate movie montages. It's just so fucking dumb.
Yes.
It's like, oh, you taught him like, okay, it's like the Karate Kid ripoff stuff that happened in the 80s after the Karate Kid, where the montages are like, I'm karate chopping watermelons now so that later when I meet the bald-headed bad guy, I can karate chop him right in the cranium. And
But at least in those, there's training, actual training.
Yeah, that makes a little bit of sense.
This is what I liken it to. Like Buffy and Spike.
Says things.
Buffy and Spike dropping that stake and leaving those girls in there with that vampire would be the equivalent of a boxing trainer, letting a welterweight into the ring with a heavyweight.
I got an even better one for you. It'd be the equivalent of a swimming instructor grabbing up a 4-year-old and throwing his ass in the deep end and then leaving and locking the door.
Right, and being like,
oh, well, that's a fucking homicide.
Right.
That is a homicide.
Right. And just being like...
Even if somehow that kid survives and gets to the end and it's at least attempted murder.
Yeah.
Like, that's still a felony. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And guess what? The defense is, I was just trying to tech him how to swim.
And they're going to be like, well, listen, I'm just going to teach you how to get fucked in the ass, so I'm going to send you to prison.
Right.
Listen, I was just trying to teach you how to take a big dick.
Right. And I hope you can see the parallel in that you have never been fucked in the ass, but I'm going to put you in a situation where you are about to be fucked in the ass.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Sink or swim, baby.
Sink or swim. Sink or swim. Let it in or shit yourself. I don't know. I don't know how it works. I don't know how butt sex works. I don't know how butt sex works.
Kind of like I'm like any other hole, basically.
I don't know.
Well, I guess you could shit yourself. I
really don't know.
This has been Butt Sex Talk with James and Jeremy.
Ding. Yeah, it's a boring episode. It's unnecessary, and it's just, I don't really have anything else to say about it.
You know what, James? I do have one positive thing that I forgot to mention about it. It did go quickly.
It did go very quickly.
It was a quick episode.
Yes.
Which thankfully, because it was not enjoyable.
Which, to its credit, is a positive, because typically episodes like this drag.
And you're just like, oh, God. Oh, what happens if I just fast forward for like 5 minutes? Will I really miss anything important? You know? And then you're like, fuck.
You literally could have fast forwarded from the opening to the very end, and you wouldn't have.
And you probably could have put it together in your head, like, oh, I bet they did a bunch of dumb bullshit training with the potentials. She's the new potential. Yeah, I know what I need to know.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like, nothing happened here.
Yeah. That's really all I have to say. Like, it's just, yeah. Continuing a trend of this season, it is an unnecessary episode.
Like, this whole, like, there's like, I'll say 6 episodes in this season that are necessary.
Right.
They could have just had a 6-episode season and called it a show.
Yeah.
Like, because the rest of these episodes are just unnecessary.
There is so many filler episodes in this season.
Yeah. Like 75% of the season is like, they're filler episodes. They really are.
Yeah. All
right, well, we'll quit our bitching for this week. James, BuffyRevisited.com is our website, right?
It is.
And that's where they can get our email address, which is BuffyRevisited@gmail.com.
It is.
And also a link to our YouTube page to watch this very podcast.
It is.
Or any other podcast that we've ever done.
It is. Yes.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. I think that's enough said.
Yeah.
Any closing thoughts?
No.
No. I have no. No. I will not. No.
I will not entertain this anymore.
All right. Well, next week we're going to be jumping into season 7. Excuse me. Episode 13. The Killer in Me.
The Killer in Me.
Or is it The Killer in You?
I think it's The Killer in Me.
Okay. Killer in Me. All right, then. Well, with all that being said, thank you guys for joining us this week. We will see you next week. I've been one of your hosts. I'm Jeremy.
I'm your other host, James.
Ta-ta.